Hello, everyone. Sorry, I cut off your intro.
We're back!
We are.
Episode 6.
The long-awaited return
of Movie Brothers. It feels good. It feels good.
I think we had a rumored episode that we lost.
It's in
the fire.
Yeah.
The Great Chicago Fire of 2017. So, we're moving on.
We are. It's good to be back. And, we thought, it's been a while. We've been on a hiatus. Where's the ideal place to bring it back? The old stomping grounds. We're back in my basement, and we're better than ever.
It feels good to be back. And actually, we have a special guest with us this week. Brady Kavanaugh behind the camera, actually filming for us. So, thank you, Brady.
Yeah,
it's good.
What's up, Brady?
It's good to see you. So, no, I'm kidding.
Alright, you guys want more water? Is that why I'm here?
Yeah,
Our
you're
intern.
No, but Addie, Horb,
The B's silent.
Warb,
Horb, Addie Horb.
Addie Horb with us.
Yeah.
We don't know who she is.
She walked into my house. I was just like, yeah, I guess you can do the show.
I
I'm not gonna
saw
say
it.
no.
No, Matt posted on his story and I saw it and that just came up.
I actually thought of that too, because then I asked him, I'm like, who asked that question?
Yeah.
Matt. And then he was like, Addie. And I was like,
I was already here, so you couldn't really give me away.
That's going to be very confusing for nobody.
Yeah. No, but we brought on Addie, longtime fan. Been with us since day one.
Almost. I talked to her before the show, hasn't seen the first episode.
But it's okay.
It's okay.
We can forgive her.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to talk about a bunch of different things since it's been forever. We don't really have, as you know, we don't really have a set schedule on this show. But I think Matt had an idea.
Yeah, I had the idea, and hear me out. So we thought about I was like, what are we gonna talk about? We always just talk about movie news or Star Wars, and it's like, come on, movie bros, we're all movies, we gotta spice it up. Mm-hmm. So I thought, well, what are some of the great movies? And I was like, let's just talk about classics that are classics now, and do they deserve to be classics? Are they actually any good? And then we're gonna talk about movies that have come out in the past 10 years, and we'll be like, well, are those gonna be classics forever?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just start with movies that are already classics right now. We've pulled up Rotten Tomatoes here. We're on the top 100 classic movies. And the number one movie with a 99% in Rotten Tomatoes is The Wizard of Oz, which came out in 1939, which is no good. I do not like The Wizard of Oz.
Like Wizard of Oz?
No, it's bad. You guys can pitch in.
Why do you think it's bad? Well, I think we need to gather
dude, is it good for the time?
What it means to be a classic.
It was also one of the first color films.
And I think it was just a big deal for people back in the day.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, I know, and
that's I guess that is a classic is probably more often defined as the greatest movie, the movie that defines that era, versus a movie that's actually good nowadays. Mark Twain has a quote, but it's classics aren't something that you want to read. Classics are something that you have to read or something.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark.
But I don't think that's always
or
true
they,
necessarily.
Set an ideal or a standard for movies afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, you push the genre, the industry forward.
Yeah,
in some
they
way
brought
or
in
another.
color and then it got bigger from there.
And now we have color.
And now we have color.
We have color in real life.
In real life. Everything used to be black and white.
Everything was black and white before Wizard of Oz. The thing you mentioned though about movies that are classics maybe don't always age well. I don't think that's always true necessarily, because the second one on the list is Citizen Kane, and I know Matt and I watched that in film class this past year, and Matt might not have seen every scene.
I saw the second 2/3. The first third, I fell asleep.
Which is all that you need to see. And I really enjoyed it. Have you seen it, Addie?
It's good.
It's not, but I've heard a lot about it.
If Citizen Kane's your favorite movie, you might need to get something
Watch
checked.
some more movies.
Really?
It's good, and it's really, really good for 1941, but as an overall movie, it's...
You don't think so? I think
No, it's really good. But I know it's stretch of the imagination, it's a bad movie, but I don't know, it did really well for the time, but now that it did that, I guess every other movie has done it, and sometimes I think it's done if not equally as good, better.
Well,
And so then like it's like
and I think you have to know that going into it because it set the foundation
yeah.
for so many different things, like lighting and all the different angles.
Like
Like
transitions and
one,
stuff.
yeah, one of the main things of the movie is that like there's so many angles that foreshadow what Citizen. Is his name Citizen Kane?
Citizen, that's his first name.
Yeah.
It's what Citizen goes through on his journey.
Yeah, so like it foreshadows like his downfall and stuff just through simple camera angles. Or there's so many things you can pick up on in frame that I think that definitely like set a preface, like Addie mentioned, that now you do see it done better. But I think that's the beauty of it. That I mean, someone would have come along eventually and done that. But the fact that Orson
Welles, he did it
Welles
first.
was able to do it
Yeah.
first, and in a way that
It was
holds up.
it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the credit I'll give it.
Because it's not really. It doesn't. You can watch like I've watched like a lot of movies this summer that are like experimental movies, and like you could tell it's very.
It's like maybe we're gonna be the next Citizen
Yeah,
Kane,
yeah,
and like
yeah. And sometimes it seems ingenuine, because like it just doesn't feel. I don't know. Like there wasn't.
it wasn't a movie. It was just like watch what we can do with a camera. It's like okay,
Exactly.
okay,
You get it.
yeah, I get it.
So.
Adeline,
You pronounced my name wrong, but I'm glad I'm here.
Intern number one.
I'm number one now. I've moved up in the
Yeah,
ranks.
Becca kind of left us, so we had to make you number
yeah,
I
one.
guess that's
Tommy graduated.
Well, I think with like classics, they're always like we talked about. They like set foundations, but even if you don't like it now, it's easy to like not like it because there's so many advancements and so much more entertaining films now. So when you're like talking about, oh well, I don't like it because it's just like
It's
old,
boring. It's boring.
But, like,
It's so boring.
It sucks.
But I mean,
Why is
obviously,
it not in color?
but like obviously, we have so many new like technologies and things for movies that like we need to be entertained so much more.
Mm-hmm.
I think with movies nowadays, they put so much more into
More
it.
colors.
More colors for sure.
Okay.
Different angles, of course.
Yes.
I think those are the only two things, but only
That's it.
two things that matter in movies. But there's so much more, like, that goes into making a movie now that when you watch a newer movie and then you watch an older one, it's hard to compare just because like you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Like
the level is different. So like even
Mhm.
if you don't like a classic because it's boring or slow, like people have learned from it and then like
made better things because of it.
Mm-hmm.
What's a good classic? Like, I don't want to rip into the movies from the 30s and 40s anymore. Let's see.
A Hard Day's Night, the Beatles movie? I didn't actually know that was
12 Angry Men. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Has anybody seen
tell us
it?
a little bit about 12 Angry
12
Men.
Angry
'Cause
Men.
I've never seen it.
12 Angry Men is the story of a court case about the whole movie. It's based. I'm not sure if the play or the film came first, but it takes place in a room, and it's about 12 members of a jury trying to.
and they're angry men.
They're very angry. Like at one, they get angry.
All right, that's all we know.
That's on the box. That's on the DVD box.
They get angry, but so they're trying to argue out, is this kid innocent or not? And it stars Henry Fonda and 11 other dudes. And what happens is there's a kid is accused of murdering his father, but Henry Fonda's like, the evidence isn't all there, but all the other 11 members are like, he's totally guilty. And the story, as it goes, like, more people like switch sides, but then they switch back, and everybody's in like this gray area, and it's very morally complex, and it's amazing. It's very amazing, just especially for the time. Like the pacing is incredible, the characters are incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It does everything right. No color though.
0
All
out
right.
of 10.
Yeah,
Only
not
2
gonna watch
colors.
it.
No color.
Yeah.
But yeah, neither of you guys have seen it, so it's fine. We'll just move on. What else? What do you guys want to talk about?
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
We have what I thought was interesting, 2 more recent movies. This is the only one past 2000. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
Oh, that's a good one.
I've never watched The Lord of the Rings.
Have you?
Never been to Hobbitville.
Seen most of them, yes, but they're extended versions, so you get tired and you fall asleep after 2 movies.
Oh, yeah.
So I've only seen
I-
the 2.
I heard they're like about as good as you can get for book to
Book
movie.
to- oh,
movie
yeah.
adaptation.
For sure, yeah.
Very accurate
Mhm.
in the like characters and just descriptions.
Have
But
both
then
of you guys
again-
read the books?
Yes.
No, I have not read the books, but the books do take like 5 pages to
Yeah.
describe one location. So.
Yes, that's what I was about to say. Like, the books are considered classics. Books are very good. People love the Lord of the Rings books, and they are very good. I read all of them. But, like,
Very long.
so descriptive and dry. It's like you're reading
But I
a
guess that
textbook.
like gives them more for the movie to like
Yeah, it
make
does.
it accurate. You know,
Mhm.
sometimes people get angry that like it's not accurate to
It's
the
not
book,
how
but
I pictured it,
but the
yeah.
book only gives you like 3 vague details, and it's for you to like interpret yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a solid like this person looked like this, then a lot of times it's up for interpretation in movies, and people get mad when it doesn't look like how they picture it
Yeah.
in their head. But Lord of the Rings gives you a lot of content to like
Exactly.
pull from.
Baskin, for sure.
That's the tough thing with like more recent book movies, that like they're trying to churn them out so quick that like
Oh, yeah.
Just leave
Like-
books
It's
alone.
insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
because then you aren't going to capture the essence of
Can
the
people
book.
just come up with their own movie ideas?
Yeah.
Like leave the books
Yeah.
alone.
I don't know. I've never been like I don't compare the Percy Jackson books, for example,
Oh.
to the movies.
We just
Why
forget
not?
the movies. We forget the movies.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I just don't think that's fair necessarily, because like you have movies like it's the Coen brothers. No Country for Old Men is based
Yes.
on a book, but I don't think
But
it's nowhere close.
Like
But,
Jurassic Park.
yeah,
It's based
yeah,
on a book, but the movie's better than the book.
yeah.
Like, the...
And
Yeah.
with books, there's a lot of like internal dialogue and things that you can't put in a movie. So you
Yeah.
can take the idea of a book
Exactly.
and make it a movie, but like reading a book is very different from watching a movie and what you want to see and
Mhm.
what you like will read for
Yes.
hours at a time.
And it's so subjective because someone reading something could imagine it looking that way.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to satisfy so many people
Oh,
through
yeah.
that.
Because nothing is ever better than what you picture in your head.
Yeah.
Like it's like why the Joker doesn't have an origin, because they're
Yeah.
never gonna, like... You can't give, like, people something better than they have already thought. Like, they're like, oh, this would be the best thing ever. And it's like, oh, well, they do this, and it's like, oh, well, that's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's no point.
But also with like pacing even. Like movies kind of have to have a
Brisk. They have to be brisk, because you...
yeah, because books can be super long and have some boring parts, but it'll like always get back to action.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
movies, you don't want too much of a lull.
Exactly.
Like some parts in books, it's just like a lot of finding out information, and you can't put that in a movie because then it would just be boring for like half an hour.
Like this little movie called Heat. God.
With,
Have you guys seen
De Niro and
Al
Pacino?
God.
Is it boring?
It's
I heard it's so good.
slow. It's
Oh.
very slow. I maybe went into it wrong expecting a Goodfellas, because I mean it's the same like
It's De Niro. It's like the crime and
yeah,
and
and it's so slow.
Yeah,
Like they have a great opening scene that starts out strong, and then that's the worst when it just devolves into like just boring dialogue.
conversation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it does not feel. Actually, I was going to ask you guys this because my family's been bringing it up a lot more recently. My parents claim that movies have become longer in the past 30 years, on average. That movies now feel like they have to hit a 2-hour mark. And I've heard from other YouTubers and stuff that they agree. But I looked it up, and I mean 80s movies and 70s movies, some of them ran long. I don't know though.
Movies have got. I agree that movies
You
have gotten
agree?
longer. Because like, I feel like in the 80s or 90s you could watch a 90-minute movie and be like, oh, that was a nice movie, and like. But now it's like we saw A Quiet Place, which is a 90-minute movie, and you're like, wow, that was a fast, like did not drag on at all. I think we've just gotten so numb, I guess, to like a 2-hour 15-minute movie that it's just like, if it lulls a bit, we're just like, oh yeah, because it's a 2-hour 15-minute movie, you can't have nonstop stuff. But when you get like in A Quiet Place, which is 90 minutes and it's nonstop everything, it's like, wow, that was really refreshing to see. But that's
I think it also depends on the genre. There's a lot of like Marvel's very big, and they make bigger movies
Yeah.
and like longer movies because they can put more in it, and they have like a lot of content to pull from. But if like I don't know, I haven't seen any. I'm not a big romance person, but like I feel like a romance movie can't really be 2.5 hours
Yeah,
long.
exactly.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I know,
no.
just depending on your genre,
Mhm.
but a lot of people like the longer movies just because they like the action or the
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, it's like a Big Mac versus like a filet mignon. Like a filet mignon's like a tight package. You're like, ooh, I'm gonna have a filet mignon. But like if you get a Big Mac, it's like, oh my gosh, this is okay. Like I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
But it's a lot.
That's fair enough. And most of the '80s movies are like they're all coming of age stories. That's a broad generalization.
Every single '80s movie.
I don't mean that, but like you think about what the generation ahead of us or behind us. How do generations work? Would that be our parents? Is what I'm
our
trying to
parents'
say.
generation.
Like you think about the classics they talk about in 16 Candles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and it's a lot of and the Goonies even. And I know that you had your Indiana Jones and like Star Wars at the beginning of the decade, but
like Aliens.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay,
I don't know.
Just one.
Maybe
like RoboCop. Okay, now I'm coming out here. Lethal Weapon.
Are more than 2 hours?
No. Oh, you're doing time wise. I thought you were talking about coming of age stories.
No, I'm saying that like most of the time coming of age. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. That's just
RoboCop.
1 hour 14 minutes. What?
Can we just talk about RoboCop for a bit? Have you either of you seen RoboCop?
I have not.
It's so good.
I know he shoots a man in the penis. That's the best part of the movie. So
yeah, debatably. Anyways, I guess we can't talk about RoboCop.
We can if you want.
No, that's fine. I'm getting really sad. Every movie I've seen, nobody else has. No, that's fine.
Let's talk about a recent movie then that we've seen. That we
Mad Max Fury Road. That's it, right? That's it. It's of course, undeniably, it will be the movie. Like
I think it's gonna be a cult classic. That's my opinion.
It's gonna be like the action movie of the 2010s. Name a better one from 2000 to now. A better action movie than Mad Max.
I think the problem is that like Marvel is in the mix because they're like a franchise, so you can't really pull one movie.
No, that's what I was about to say. More people are gonna remember Marvel as a whole than
because they have like the whole universe.
Movie. Maybe besides the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like people will remember the Avengers because like
the first big
crossover.
Well, I'm looking at a film right now in my mind, and I think it beats Mad Max in every way, and it's actually on the table right now. It's Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy is so good.
The Disney classic.
Tron Legacy is so good.
Took everything from the original.
Did it better.
That's all you could ask for.
Oh god, that's a bad classic movie. Tron.
God,
it's horrible.
It is really
one
bad.
of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Have you ever watched it all the way through?
Yes, because
I
I was like 9 and I was so excited for Tron Legacy that I went back and I watched the original Tron. And it's no good.
Because it's a bunch of guys in tight suits and you can see the outline
they're
of
like
everything.
not tight suits. Yeah. They're like they look like they should be tight, but they just kind of sag a bit. And they like have little glowy lines and they just walk around and have boring. It's a lot of it is like the Sean Connery James Bond movies where it's just like a bunch of walking through halls and then a quick punch and he's down.
Yeah.
And like look at these suits.
That's the new one.
Yeah, that's the new one. Oh man.
So good.
And like you look at the bike chases. And they're bad. They're so bad.
The new one looks so cool.
The new one is so... But, like... Tron Legacy, man. What a boring movie, but what a great couple of scenes. What a great couple of scenes.
Have you seen it, Addie?
The original?
No, the new one.
Yeah, I have seen the new one.
Oh, man.
You can't
there's a lot of slow parts, but they have some good action.
Like, no one wants to remember the part where...
they have dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just sit there, they're all just having dinner and talking.
And
I think I almost fell asleep.
Awkward and slow. I remember it was a midnight release, though, when I saw it. And I was so ramped up that you couldn't kill my high.
Oh, yeah, right?
I was like, it doesn't matter. Because I know something cool is gonna happen.
The Rinsler is the greatest character in film history.
Is that the...
He's got 2 circles! He's got 2 light-up circles!
I think you're talking about
orange, and he's like...
I think you're talking about the club owner that they go and meet.
Oh, the weird, like, Johnny Depp
and then
kind of guy.
And
Daft Punk's like... and he shoots guns out of his canes, he's like... Ah!
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
Why Disney gave up on Tron, I wonder.
I can't imagine.
No, yeah, I don't watch that many action movies, so unless Addie, do you have a
action movie that's better than Mad Max? You don't, because it doesn't exist.
Best action movies from the 2010s.
Best action movies of 2010s. Mad Max, it comes up first. Edge of Tomorrow, more sci-fi. It's not a great action. Inception, that's more of a heavy-hitting drama than an action.
I guess.
Skyfall, it's fine. Avengers, not an action.
Skyfall's really good.
It's not as good as Casino Royale. Casino Royale might beat Mad Max.
Oh, I guess we have the Fast and Furious movies, but...
Oh.
Fast and Furious 7, or Furious 7 is so good.
Have you seen it?
Yes. It's the only one I've seen.
I think Fast 5 is supposed to be the best one.
No, yeah.
Because that's when they get The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Raid movies. Those are supposed to be really good.
Yeah, I have heard about those. Yeah.
Mission Impossible 4 is good because
They're
it
all-
climbs the Burj Khalifa, but other than that, it's like, okay.
They're all the Marvel ones. Judge Dredd, I've heard the new ones.
No, it's
Cult
just
classic.
Dredd.
Ooh.
Judge Dredd has Sylvester Stallone.
Logan.
Oh, yeah.
Logan's not an action movie.
What?
It's a drama.
Did you see Logan?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you
I saw it with
think?
my brother. I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, no, I really enjoy Logan, but I wouldn't consider it an action movie. On the terms
well, I
of
guess
a straight
like
action
there's a
movie,
lot of like yeah
it's a drama. It's about a man trying to get a girl to a place.
safety.
None of these have straight action for 2 hours though. Like
John Wick does.
A movie can't sustain that though. Like The Dark Knight.
Just straight action. You have to have
No, I
other content.
Besides Mad Max.
Mission Impossible I consider is more of an action movie. All the Mission Impossible, they're action movies. They're not espionage.
No, I'm not claiming that they're espionage, but like they have. Ooh, Unstoppable's good. No one remembers.
There's a train,
Unstoppable.
Train
Yeah.
777.
Yeah. Do you know that one?
It's about Denzel Washington trying to stop a train.
Chris Pine's like just out of prison,
Yeah.
and he's
He's like, I'm
I mean,
doing
I've
the
never seen
job.
commercials, but I just never.
oh, it's good.
Went to
I
see
watched
it.
it on a plane once.
The A-Team, that's a good one.
Is that with Bradley Cooper?
It's awful. It's actually it's a good jeez, I don't know.
Who plays Mr. T?
Himself.
Quentin Jackson. I don't know.
Sicario. I guess that's more of a drama too, though, than a straight action movie.
See that? I don't think. Besides Mad Max, I don't think there's that many movies that
Or straight action.
like. You have to blend a genre. Like, not have to, but most movies will end
It
up
makes
blending
it-
a genre somehow.
More. It's less dense when it's. Like,
Yeah.
when it's all action, it's pretty dense, but, like, Mad Max makes it work just because it's a good movie.
Yeah, it's
like,
hard. It's hard.
But it's also, like, the action in Mad Max is different than, like, Mission Impossible.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's a different type of action. So with Mission Impossible, you have to have the other, like, little things of content. You know, they always have, like, the romance parts or, like, the dramatic parts because the straight action doesn't work in the plot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't necessarily enjoy Mad Max that much. I never actually finished it, but I was also... I had also just gotten my wisdom teeth out.
So you
and
high as
was
a kite.
High as a kite.
Okay, so then you can't judge it if you watched it when
and
you
I was
were...
very tired. And I hadn't eaten all day.
I watched it...
So maybe I need to
yeah.
rethink this one.
I watched the movie with my brother, and then I got on a plane for 14 hours to go
Oh,
to Europe.
That's
So
fun.
it was a great movie to watch. Too bad I decided to do that instead of like something active before. But it was really
Oh,
good.
what do you...
Who needs that?
Anything, yeah.
My
see,
brother was so excited, and I didn't know what it was, but he's like big in movies. Well, he was really big in movies. I guess he doesn't like them anymore. But
When did we
he
get in on the show?
he just
He's
Get
strayed
him on
away
the show.
from movies. Why doesn't he like movies?
Is he
he's
left
just-
the church?
he's just busy. So
okay.
he doesn't really have time to like go see movies a lot, but you know, go to IMAX every once in a while. Well, I'll be like, hey, you want to go see movies? He's like, I only go see them at Portage, and I was like, okay, well, fine, but I want to see a movie with you still. And then he has his little like nitpicky comments, but he like knows movies better than I do.
Me and
so.
Matt do too.
Yeah,
I think
people hate watching movies. Those things.
I mean,
Just
I
tear
talk
into
during
it.
movies. That's the problem. So I have to find someone. That,
Oh, you
like,
do
doesn't-
too?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
we
it's, you have to.
unless it's like a new release.
Unless like it's like Get Out or
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
if it's like tons of fans who are gonna like kill you if
Yeah.
you say anything.
I ripped into Last Jedi. I remember and Captain
during the movie.
No, just the little comments I made, like the crystal critters and
The Crystal Critters. Katie made one. It was like, what is it? Oh, at the beginning of the movie, Rey is on the island with Luke. She knocks on Luke's door and she's like, "Master Skywalker," and Katie turns to me and says, "Master Skywalker, what are we going to do?"
Oh, what a good scene. No, yeah, what?
What were we talking about?
Classic action movies.
Yeah, classics. Like, okay, that's the first one that goes to my mind is Mad Max. Any of you guys have one that's like you saw this recently? That you're like, that's definitely a classic.
Classic movies in general.
That like you like it. Let's say it came out in the past like 2 years, or I guess I said 10 years at the beginning of the episode, but like recently that you're thinking, yeah, this.
Well, do you think A Quiet Place will become more? I mean, it's very different for.
I don't think it'll be different, but like
I think A Quiet Place will be overlooked because of
hello.
That's our other interns. They're just walking all around the office, getting coffee for us.
In the stew.
All
this coffee.
I think Unstoppable
will definitely. I love it.
I was looking at it on the screen. I think A Quiet Place will be overlooked by Get Out, and that's very unfortunate.
That's true.
But I think it's going to happen to a lot of horror movies coming out soon.
I feel like there are a lot of horror movies in the past couple years.
Horror, and they're getting to a point where they aren't just cheesy garbage anymore.
No, they're getting good. They're getting good.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Because Hereditary, I really want to give a second chance because I don't know if I was just missing something or what, but I think it's like Get Out, but about mental illness. I don't know if have you guys seen it yet?
I haven't seen it.
I'm not a big horror movie person, so.
Oh, okay. It was midnight when I saw it, so also probably not the best time to see a movie.
You choose just the worst.
The worst times to go see movies.
No, midnight.
No.
Midnight movies are fun.
I've never been to a midnight premiere.
Really? It wasn't a premiere. It was just we wanted to see it at
midnight.
midnight.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I go see horror movies at midnight all the time. And then I don't get how people are like, I couldn't go to sleep that night. I'm like, dog, it's fake. But anyways, besides that, Hereditary is it's not like Get Out where it's like relatable. Actually, I take that back. I shouldn't say that because that doesn't make sense.
Well, like it's
hard to latch on to. Because
it's just so otherworldly.
Yes.
I haven't seen it, but I'm just shooting here.
I mean, for anybody who's experienced tragedy or mental illness or
movie bros just got deep.
No, like that's why
We're
I'm saying Get Out does it in a way that's like tongue in cheek, and Hereditary is not like that at all. It is a very slow burn, and you have to pick up on things. I think part of the movie is questioning who you can trust because of like this history of mental illness in the family. So yeah,
this sounds very harrowing.
I don't know what the movie's about.
So a grandma dies and
rest in peace.
Yeah, it's like right away.
Okay.
And her daughter and her granddaughter, both her daughter knows about all these like. She was very into like the spirits and stuff and like not religion but like what is that called when it's like basically just spiritual religion.
Yeah.
So like she has like beliefs and
yeah. So but as you progress in the movie, weird things start happening to the family, but they aren't like it's very slowly paced and it takes forever to get to those points. But then it starts to break apart the family and the mom. It basically seems like she has a stranglehold on the family, and she's trying to hold it together, but her mental illness is holding her back. But part of the thing is you don't know if it's the mental illness or if it's the spirits. Like that's the part I didn't pick up on it because I went into it thinking it was all paranormal. But part of the thing is it's left open to was it mental illness? So I did not pick up on that at all when I saw it the first time because I was not seeing through my third eye at that time. But I want to give it a second chance because I don't know. I think horror movies like that are going to keep coming.
Yeah.
Where they have
they make you think.
Big message. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
More than just a jump scare.
Yeah. Exactly. But I think Get Out will go down.
That's one of the greats. If you look up 200 most essential movies of all time, again, Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, steady on. What do we have here? Get Out's like 4 or 5.
Really?
And guess what? One follows exactly after that.
Mad Max Fury.
Heck yes. I think it stopped. Movie recording has been stopped automatically.
Wait, for how long?
It just stopped. I checked like 15 seconds ago.
We're good. I don't know why it does this.
Wait, what's about it? The Third Man?
Wizard of Oz is 1. Citizen Kane. The Third Man. Get Out.
That battery's not good.
What is it at?
It's flashing red, but...
Alright, well...
No.
We're flashing red. It was at like 3/4.
No, I was at 2/4.
Alright, wait.
Which is... Stop.
Well, I want to... Oh, I should only do one.
There you go.
Alright. So...
Inside Out?
Yeah!
I mean,
All
it's a
right.
good movie, but I'm just surprised it's on like.
I think it's
Essentials.
Pixar. It's probably on there because it's Pixar's best work.
Ooh.
Okay,
E.T. your
fine.
favorite, Matt?
E.T. is so good.
It's good.
Kev got mad at me because I...
Wait, go back up, Andrew. Oh. Singing in the Rain. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Addie
That's not
tells-
a very good movie. It just only has a good song.
No, Addie loves Singing in the
Unforgiving.
Rain. Defend it, Addie. Go at him.
What makes it a good movie besides the one bit where it's a really good dancing scene with Gene Kelly?
Because it's a musical. It's a classic musical, and there aren't very many musicals nowadays. Besides, like the few that have, like La La Land.
Okay.
It's like
Okay. There's
the
also
musical.
Sing Street.
Sing Street's good, but
Yeah.
like with like the classic dance sing
Okay.
big like parts of the movie. You know
But
what I'm saying?
I'd say
Like,
there's a lot of those that happened in like the 40s and 50s, and
because they
Singing
had
in the
stars
Rain
that
is
could do
fine.
that. They had triple threats.
Yeah,
Back then, we just don't have as many,
We
or
don't
we
need it.
probably do, but they just don't utilize that as in
Yeah.
the same way that they did then.
we don't have like classically trained actors anymore.
No,
Like Jeremy Irons, he's a classically. That's why he can sing in.
I mean, but, like-
The Lion
Assassin's
King.
Creed.
Assassin's Creed, the great, the big medley in the beginning.
I love that part. Sorry, continue, Addie.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just saying that it's one of those classic musicals because that was the era of the musicals. But like,
You think that's the best one of that era?
no, I didn't say it was the best one.
Okay,
of
I'm
that
just
era.
asking if that was just what you were going for.
Yeah,
okay, I'm
Matt,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Skepticism. I'm over it. I'm kidding, but that's why like La La Land was, I think, a really big hit because it was like the first big like musical Broadway musical sort of feel
Okay.
movie that came out since the 40s and 50s.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I guess like you could argue since there were so many in that time, but they only had like, I mean that was just like the big genre of the time.
Yeah.
So like now horror's becoming a
Times-
bigger genre.
yeah.
So like you're gonna have lots of horror movies and then you're gonna have this
It's
argument later and be
it's
like, well,
well, people are gonna be like, oh, Get Out's the classic of the time, but like people are gonna be like, oh, I like Hereditary better.
Yeah.
And it'll be like this. Whoa. Predicting the future.
Whoa.
If you have that conversation and then you find this video, hey, come in. Come on.
Addie.
We need your opinion on something. Come on.
It's a good power nap.
Yeah, I saw it. It was more than a power nap.
Look, we got a mic now. Look at this setup. Remember, you're in here.
Yeah,
Come in. Come to the camper.
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, what do you think is gonna be a classic? Like a movie that's come out in the past 10 years. What do you think will be remembered forever and like as like the greatest movie of our time? Bearing in mind, there's only one answer. Okay, we don't have all day.
Oh no.
I know what he's gonna say.
You're making for some really interesting content right now. Just come on.
I'm thinking, I don't really know any movies.
All right, we'll throw out.
He knows one.
What's your favorite movie?
Wait, no.
You already know that answer.
Classic.
Classic. Like a movie that's like it came out recently, but like in 10 years, people will be like, "Wow, that was a classic."
Probably The Good Dinosaur.
That was the right answer. That was what we were looking
If
for.
I had to pick one, it'd be a classic. That'd be it.
Good Dinosaur, okay.
Yeah.
So, how long have we been going?
Get some good dinosaur in the chat. I don't know, like 30 minutes then.
Really? That's it?
Yeah. Good.
Oh my god.
We got time to
Feels
chat.
like 2 hours.
I want to hear about Addie's.
Yeah. Okay. So
Some
my
Addie's
hero
classic.
here. I'll pick my classic movie from now this decade. Mine's Mad Max. Yours.
we already knew that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Mine.
No,
That's what
no,
I'm
it's
just
just
like.
something.
In conclusion.
No, there's. I feel like I've seen so many movies that like it's hard to pick out one, especially because like, I don't know. There are a lot of movies that I watch that I enjoy watching that one time, but like I wouldn't really watch again, or I watch again, but like, it's not like a movie that I'm like I can't wait to watch it again. You know what I'm saying?
For me, that's something that's just me personally, but I think that's like required for a classic.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be rewatchable.
For a person,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like there are some movies, yeah, sure I'll watch again, but it's hard to pick one that I'm like, oh, I will totally watch that anytime, any place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially because a lot of movies, like, you have to be in the mood to watch that type of movie.
So if you had, what about just like a favorite movie of the past year or two?
I'm sorry.
Andrew, do you have one?
Andrew, pick yours.
I was gonna say I saw it in like the background of one of the animations on here, but I think and I wasn't gonna say it before, but I think the classic comedy of our era will be Superbad.
Of course you do.
What?
No. I'm just giving you a hard time, but like,
You haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it. That's I know.
I think Superbad is infinitely rewatchable. I know it's horrible as heck, but like,
is it like bad? I thought it was actually really well made.
no, I mean like horrible, like vulgarity wise.
Oh, so like you couldn't show it to
you
your
couldn't
kid.
show. It's not universally enjoyed.
Okay.
But I think.
Ooh, okay. That diminishes its classical value.
But not every like classic is a family movie.
Not a family movie, but
I'm
like,
not-
think of a classic that drops the F-bomb 6,000 times.
No,
Scarface.
but like, I think it's a new day and age. I think language is just more present in films
It's
nowadays.
less of a taboo.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think I don't know. I think it's a comedy too, so it gets that break where.
If you get a really good comedy, it's more likely to hold up for a longer period of time.
No, I'm saying comedy has a break where you can cuss more. The Hangover cusses a bunch.
Yeah, it does.
And
I think Hangover has held up very well.
yeah, and of course, Citizen Kane isn't going to cuss a bunch because it doesn't have to. It's just telling the story
Yeah.
about an adult man. But I think Superbad, like, for me personally, I was on a flight home from Newark to Chicago after family vacation this summer, and
You went to Newark?
yeah, beautiful Newark, New Jersey was where we vacationed, and it was a comfort movie for me. On a plane.
Were you scared?
Without no.
And then when you get in the plane,
Never been on a plane before.
They put on
first time.
Superbad and he's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a baby cry.
It's soothing. No, okay, I didn't want to say this, but I sat next to a larger man.
What do you think is gonna eat you?
No, but it was 8:00 in the morning. Bear in mind, and this man I think was choking in his sleep. I think.
Oh, he had sleep apnea. Oh,
yeah, and it sounded like he was going to gag up something because it was so much snoring.
Ooh.
And it was seriously the most unearthing sound I think I've ever heard. So I just blasted Superbad and watched it because that movie
Gives you comfort.
Yeah.
It comforts you in these hard times.
Yeah, and I don't think that's why it's a classic. I just wanted to tell that personal story.
Okay.
But part of why I think I can return
can
to
I see your computer?
Yeah. Part of why I think I can return
Indiana Jones film.
why I can return to that movie so many times is that the jokes, there's so many of them that land and are somewhat relatable to a high schooler that's ever gone through that situation. And the fact that it was written by
High schools.
Seth Rogen when he was in middle school.
Wait, was in middle school?
Yeah. He started it in middle school, finished it in high school, and his friend Evan, whatever, I don't remember his name.
Way to go,
Yeah,
Evan. You
Evan.
made it, pal.
But I don't know. I just think it's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen, and I like everyone can find something to appreciate about it, and it's a glimpse into American high school culture.
All right, steady on. Is it? Oh, okay.
No,
I thought
like,
you were
I'm not saying
it's a portrayal of the American.
No,
like,
no.
okay,
I meant, like, everyone's
It's like a John Hughes movie.
Yeah.
Where like it's like, oh, this is like high school.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone's gone through that where you're trying to bring apple juice to a party, you know, and
I have no idea what you're saying. Can you please elaborate?
you're trying
What
to
does
bring.
that mean, Andrew?
You're trying to bring like cookies and
What?
apple like refreshments
But I
to
thought
a
they were
party.
already at the
Okay.
party.
No, the whole movie isn't about the party. They're barely at the party in the movie. That's the best part.
Oh.
Also, it's just like if you don't like that storyline with like Jonah Hill and Michael Cera, even though like it's actually like a good like drama between the friends too because they fight. But if you don't like that part, like the cop McLovin, one of the characters, rides around with the cops for half the movie, and you can like that is enjoyable for anyone. I feel like because it's just funny. It's just dumb cops, and it's good. I really enjoy that film. So I would say that's a classic comedy of our generation.
Right.
Runner up would be Hangover. I think Hangover might have a little bit of an edge over it, but
I think I haven't seen Superman obviously,
You should
but
watch
I watched
Superman.
Hangover and like it's such a it's a good movie.
it's just
I
like
can dive in,
very
but-
memorable. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
and like it actually is like it's 10 set points. And it's got a really good blend of. It's just an overall really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't just have good jokes, mad jokes.
You
Addie, you
saying-
picked it.
You saying something about Superbad that it only has good jokes?
Yeah, it's no good as a movie.
You haven't seen it.
I
yet.
haven't seen it.
Watch it today.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a big fan of The Princess Bride.
Didn't that come out in like the 80s?
I don't know when it came out. I just saw it and picked.
That's your classic. It's already a classic, and it's
already a
Addie's
classic,
classic
that's
movie.
why.
That is not. That's a cult classic, if anything.
No,
I don't.
it's
That is
a
a
classic.
classic.
It's a classic.
You
Classic.
ask like anyone and they know The Princess Bride, except for you.
People
because you
always know. Like my father,
It's-
my father was into.
Yeah, I know. Everyone knows it. That doesn't mean it's a good movie.
No. Well, we've talked about this. Classics don't have to be good movies.
Just because it's quotable, though, doesn't mean it's.
Oh, that's 100% be like a thumbs up. If you're like the
Ugh.
most quotable movie, you're a classic. Like
Oh.
Anchorman. Anchorman's not that great of a movie, but I'd say it's a classic because people are like, my name's Ron Burgundy and I pooped in a shower. That's a line
Thank
from
you.
the movie.
Got it. Mean Girls.
Oh,
That will be a classic.
mad respect.
I think
It's
that goes
already-
head to head with Superbad then, right?
Oh, really?
Because I think that's both like portrayals of the high school, American high school experience. To quote
I think there can be both there.
No, there can only be one.
There can only be
I was gonna
one.
say a fistful of dollars and like something of the Sierra Madre are like
Something of the Sierra.
Yeah.
Something about the Sierra. That's the title.
That's the
Treasure of
title.
the Sierra. Madre.
treasure. Who cares? No, I'm
Okay.
kidding. I'm kidding.
I care.
Sorry. Continue with your thought, Eddie.
I was just saying, Mean Girls. Well, it's a musical now.
Oh,
I
yeah,
saw
you
that.
saw the music.
I saw that, yeah, it was
What did you
good.
think?
It was obviously different from the movie. Like we talked about, adaptations can't be the same, but it was really good. It was like because there are a lot of musicals that are kind of for older audiences or they're just classic musicals, but it was like a fun young high school one. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
The plot's different than a lot of musicals, and I mean Tina Fey is big as a celebrity, so like the fact that she wrote the book and like directed the movie and musical,
She directed the musical.
or yeah,
Okay.
yeah, she did, and her husband wrote the music. She wrote the screenplay, or she wrote the script, and her husband wrote the music.
Okay.
So like,
Did she direct Mean Girls?
the
Or
movie.
was she producing?
Yeah, I thought. Maybe she just produced it.
As I say, I don't know if she.
Maybe she wrote it.
She might have written.
But
I think Tina.
she's been involved
Regardless,
with it. Yeah, she's
Tina
been
Fey is involved with the Mean Girls. I don't
Universe.
Universe, yeah, you can't call it the franchise.
MGCU. Mean Girls
Mean
Cinematic
Girls.
Universe.
And she's like a very big celebrity, and the movie itself is just it was like a big hit, and people quote it a lot, and
Yeah.
it's just known by almost anyone you talk to.
She was a writer. Yeah.
Yeah. Who directed it?
Mark Waters.
Has he done anything else? 500 Days of Summer. Okay.
I guess it
That's
also
good.
has a lot of actors and actresses that like
Like
you would-
Lindsay
you would-
Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan, our favorite.
Mm.
Rachel McAdams.
Rachel McAdams.
She's good.
There are a few other ones in the movie, but
Amy
I'm not good
Poehler's in it
with
for a second.
names.
I think it's not remembered as much, but I think 40-Year-Old Virgin could also be up there.
Yeah.
You don't like that one?
No, I really enjoy it. I think it's one of Steve Carell's best. But like I said, like a classic, like it doesn't have to be the best movie of that era. It's
Yeah.
just what's remembered the most.
Mhm.
And I think like if it's not really remembered, like whenever somebody's like, oh, let's throw in a comedy, I guess 40-Year-Old Virgin comes in the mix. But like I don't know, it's definitely getting lost a little bit in the sense of time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I think like there's a lot of changing in comedy now than like comedy then.
Yeah,
Just like
for sure.
what people find funny.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what's kind of hard for me though, because I feel like a lot of movies I watch, I just don't think it's very funny sometimes. Like some of
Yeah.
the crude humor, I'm just like, I mean, some of it's funny, but when you put so much in one movie, it's not as funny for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I like the witty humor, and it's kind of hard nowadays to get witty humor because people just think that anything is funny.
Camera dead.
Yeah.
Do you have an extra battery? No.
Charger.
Okay. Do we just want to film the rest of it on the phone?
You can just charge it for a little bit. If you want.
How long do you think we'll have to charge it for?
Like, we can have closing remarks if you want.
Well, we gotta answer the questions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit.
We'll close out.
Do you want to do, on the phone? I don't care. Either way.
The Simpsons movie is extremely underrated and was the best movie. It is one of the best movie adaptations of a TV show. Prove me wrong.
Who said
I've
that?
heard that. I know it's loved.
All right.
Also, I was gonna say while we were filming, but Iron Man is on that list, so I don't know
Yeah.
how much I can trust this.
Have you seen Iron Man recently?
Yes. And it's so boring.
No.
The original.
The original Iron Man is not boring. I watched it 2 weeks ago. It's so good. It's so good.
Well, you find it boring because the movies you see nowadays with superheroes have so much more action in them because you already know the heroes.
No, it's really not that.
It is that good. It's really that good.
I don't think so.
I mean, I haven't watched it recently, so I guess I can't say, but
Oh no, it's definitely like one of the best Marvel movies. It's so fun. Like the only boring part is when he's trapped in like the cave.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's only
That
like
was
20 or 30 minutes.
That's a lot.
That's kinda-
no,
No,
in a
it's-
2-hour movie. That's a lot.
No, I disagreed. I don't even think it's that boring because
And what's his face? Jeff Bridges is a bad villain.
Jeff Bridges is a bad villain, but like what's you know.
I just don't think it's that. I don't know.
Oh, it is. And it's also essential. It's so essential.
I mean, if you're gonna get into the Marvel universe,
This-
you kind of have to
that
watch.
movie has generated like because of that movie, like billions of dollars have changed hands.
I guess so. X-Men.
X-Men's on there,
No, I'm saying X-Men was like a big superhero movie.
but it didn't. It's not as important as Iron Man. Look where the X-Men franchise has gone, and look where the
I don't
MCU
want-
has gone.
I don't want to know where the X-Men franchise went, but people didn't give a shit about superheroes before X-Men.
People didn't give a shit about superheroes after X-Men.
What?
Yes, people didn't give a shit about superheroes until the Avengers.
Well,
Okay, look at this. Made 157 million.
So that's a success. That's doubling your budget.
Yeah, doubling your budget. They doubled their budget. Look what Iron Man did. Bet you tripled it.
Two and a
Close.
half.
Okay, but like, and that was the start of something.
No, I know, but like,
X-Men, like, did X-Men come out before or after Spider-Man by Sam Raimi?
before.
You sure?
Fairly certain.
If it came out in the 90s, then it totally did. Because I think it was 2002 was the original. 2000.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, also, I was gonna say something interesting about the Lord of the Rings. Did you know Peter Jackson was going to studios for had been going to studios for 10 years or something?
And he
like
couldn't
that?
get it?
And then he finally found one of the studio directors was a total Lord of the Rings nerd, so that's the only reason he picked it up, because he was like, I love this. So it wouldn't have happened without that.
I keep telling Alex we need to watch all the extended versions back to back, but now he's working, so I
you do
can't
not
watch
need
it.
to do that. It sucks. I've done it. It's hard and bad. New Mutants looks different. Dark Phoenix looks the same and not very good.
It's Dark Phoenix.
It's Phoenix Force.
Yeah,
It's basically X3 all over again.
but with a younger Phoenix.
Yeah,
So
with
different.
Sansa Stark as Phoenix. But it's directed by Simon Kinberg, he's nothing special.
I just don't care. I've heard the movie's coming out, and I don't really care to watch it because what was it, Apocalypse? That came out?
Apocalypse just
I did not like it
painfully
at all.
average.
I remember watching it, and I was like, "This is where they went." Obviously, it's not a bad.
It's not a bad movie, but it's just so middling that you're just watching and you're like, I don't
But the
care.
problem is, there's so many superhero movies now that it was definitely not the best that I saw. So I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many good movies that when you watch one that's average,
It's
it's painful.
It's just
Because then you also think oh, they could have done this and this, but they didn't.
Are you 4? You did it. You solved it.
Did you hear the Clone Wars coming back?
Yeah.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Who cares? I saw the trailer for it and it looks I was like, okay, great. Why didn't they just make another 3 episodes of the TV show? Great.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's that was just that's a movie, isn't it?
Oh,
It's coming back as a show.
Yeah, I
it's a
think so.
series.
All right, let's watch it. Are we still recording? I hope so.
Oh yeah.
We can have a little bit. We'll just cut to black and then, we'll just talk over it. This is fine. All right, here we go. When I saw this, I was like, that's the live action logo. So I was like,
Oh,
is
yeah.
the Clone Wars the next anthology movie? All right,
My
here we
name's
go.
Rex.
Okay, yeah.
It's a TV show.
Sir. War does not come with a guarantee.
movie.
No soldier gets the promise of safety.
My designation is Trooper 27-5555, sir.
We call him Fives. I'm Heavy. This is Echo. I'm Commander Cody, your new boss.
Oh yeah, he's Commander Cody's in the boss.
Looks like we got ourselves a batch of shinies, Commander. Look around. We're one and the same. Same heart, same blood. Your training is in your blood. My blood's boiling for a fight. So I have any idea this is the type of
Are they all dead?
Well, they're just the helmets, so.
Are they becoming stormtrooper helmets? Is that what happens here? I don't know if that's how explosion works, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's how it just ripples. It's like water.
Until now. They also stole this music from a different trailer. This is definitely from one of the Force Awakens trailers. And I'm upset. I'm not a fan of the animation style in this show.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's the same.
It's very. It looks like a PS2 game.
But I mean,
Doesn't that sound like it's from the Force Awakens trailer?
Yeah.
well, when the show first came out, it was what?
2006, I think.
Yeah, so they're keeping with the same animation style. I think that's just like
Yeah, it's just
advanced for the time.
Okay.
And it's just different than like cartoon, like different animation movies.
For sure. Oh, Ahsoka's back.
Ahsoka.
Whoa.
Hello, Master.
Great.
It's been a while.
That's like one more
They're
scene.
saved. I love that's my favorite part of the whole trailer. That they put that in there. Speaking of which, have you guys heard about the Episode 8 remake that they're trying to do?
Oh yeah, people
Remake.
are making a petition.
Oh my god.
to
People
raise
are
money
petitioning to raise money to remake
Redo that.
Episode 8, yeah.
Do you think that's going to seriously affect... do you think Solo is a trip up? Or do you think it's a trend now that Episode 9 is not going to do as well as Star Wars is always expected to?
The problem
Solo
is
didn't do
people
well
hate
because-
it, but they're all like Solo is not a part of like the time.
It's not part of like the Star Wars like
But it's still got Star Wars tagged onto it.
But they also did not market it well at all.
No, I barely like heard about
Yeah.
like there weren't
Actually,
very
yeah,
many
that's right.
commercials or
That's right.
anything.
But they had the Red Solo Cup Solo.
They did have the Red Solo-
Did I ever
Solo.
show you that?
I think with like the Episode 9, people are so mad about the like other newer movies. They're still gonna go see it, if only to rip into it more. Like they're still gonna make lots of money. They're gonna make. I mean, some people might not go see it at all, but there's gonna be a big portion of people who go see it just so they can say
Yeah.
they hate it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, also I think Episode 8 did more of a detriment to Solo than Solo did to Solo because people just hated Episode 8.
That's true.
And like
I
and
think-
Episode 8 will do more damage to Episode 9 than Solo will. If that's what you mean.
No, I meant that I was asking if Episode 8 will do that this is a trend now because Episode 8 divided everyone. Will Star Wars start
Just
to
continue to divide everybody.
careen off the financial success that it's had?
Yes.
You think?
It won't. It'll never do that bad. But like,
Yeah.
Solo didn't do that bad. It was the only. I don't know. It didn't do that bad. What did it make? Like 150 million? It's good. I would take 150 million. 212 million. What was its budget? 173. Oh no. So it made 380 worldwide, off of a what budget?
It doesn't have a budget.
So they don't have that listed. Rogue One did a lot better.
That's-
They
what I'm
marketed
saying.
Rogue One better though.
Rogue One was. Yeah.
I knew like when.
And it wasn't 4 months after the last one.
That's another
Yeah.
thing. People like. You can't do it. It's because it's
Solo
not.
was I didn't even realize it was 4 months after until
They
I
should
saw
do
it in
December.
theaters and I was surprised that it was even out.
Oof.
Why was it? Oh, because that's because of like reshoots and all that
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
That's not a straight up 200 like that is not a $275 million movie. That's a 200 maybe million.
Is that with marketing in it too? I think
Probably.
because Box
Yeah.
Office Mojo doesn't report marketing, so you always have to double this. Yeah.
Mhm. And they made their money. So good on them.
Did you know that, Eddie?
No.
Well, for franchises and stuff, like you don't have to double the
No, if it's
marketing.
an
You don't
indie
have to,
film.
if it's her, you don't
Double the
the,
marketing.
the her toys.
If
that
they're
came
putting commercials on NBA games, though, then yeah, you probably gotta.
Every time you flip back to that screen with the Tron,
Oh,
out. I love it. I might make that the background of my phone. I love Tron.
it's so good.
Um,
It is the show, by the way.
Okay.
Clone Wars, which I really enjoyed as a kid.
Yeah, it's
I remember. I have fond memories of
the first
watching
season's
I
not
am
good,
not
right?
surprised.
The first season's no good because
That. Wow, you Cold. The first season is okay.
Because I remember the movie and thinking the movie was fine, and then I went back and I was like, this.
But it gets so... I think part of it was that it was the scandalous thing of staying up on a Friday night and watching it.
Ooh, I'm watching
It
the
was
Clone Wars
like because it come on at like 9 o'clock or something. It was late for
God
Cartoon
forbid.
Network. But God, that show I have very fond memories of that.
Okay.
Also because like it was so cool because we met my mom's friend in LA one time, and he's like her age, so I'm not gonna release that on a podcast, but old.
Yeah,
That's way better.
No. So I love you, Mom. So he's like, yeah, I watch Star Wars: The Clone Wars all the time. I was like, what? An adult
does
one? Yeah.
this?
So it was just so cool to realize that, like, oh my god, this is actually like a lot of people like this. So
It was also
Oh,
a time where
shoot.
like there wasn't really any other Star Wars thing. Like,
Yeah,
happening.
exactly.
So it like kept
It
it
was a
alive for
drought.
kids because like when it first came out, people got into it, and then the prequels came, and even though they weren't amazing, it got like that
Same.
generation into it,
yeah.
and then like the Clone Wars still kept people interested in the Star Wars universe before they released new movies.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear about the James Gunn stuff?
I'm looking at it right now, actually.
Yeah, he's
Just
fired
saw it.
from all other Marvel movies now because he was saying some pedophilic stuff
Ooh.
on Twitter.
Rough.
How do you say?
Look it up.
Which ones did
Some of his
he?
tweets
Which
got
movies
really
did
weird.
he direct?
Guardians. And
Just
then
Guardians.
Guardians 1 and 2, and then he wrote the dialogue in Avengers 3 for the Guardians.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. James Gunn, just look up tweet or pedo. Yeah, that's insane that he got fired. That's huge. But I guess Disney cannot have that. I thought people usually liked James Gunn. Like when I heard that, I was like,
Among the tweets that forced Disney and Marvel's hand were, I like when little boys touch me in my silly place. Another, the best thing about being raped is when you're done being raped, and it's like, phew, this feels great, not being raped.
Yeah. Maybe he should have like thought it through before he tweeted that.
Apparently these were unearthed from a while ago.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying that's better, but...
before he realized that he was in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Yet another described a monkey masturbating on a young child, and his commentary that it made him extremely happy.
That's weird.
Huh.
Some of this, like,
Wow.
but who thinks to tweet that?
Mickey Mouse brought down the fist on James Gunn.
Hard, yeah.
Get out of here,
Yeah,
James
he got
Gunn.
fired. That happened fast. Like the turnaround, because he just got fired.
Oh, yeah.
Or like, all this stuff just happened. Let's see, like when is this article coming out? This article came out. July 20th.
Which is
It's like, wait,
It was
it's
updated.
today.
today.
So like,
I mean,
they
Disney-
fired him today.
Disney literally has people.
Rip.
Think about
Every single director for a future Disney movie, like they just have a button, right? It just says, "All right, if they muck up now, like
Yeah.
we fire them."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Don't.
Now we get 2 claps, and it'll be followed by the don't.
No, I was gonna say Disney has a person literally waiting at their office,
Like okay, we're
like
gonna mess up.
unearthing, doing this and trying to,
Hide it, keep it on the
because something happened with the Anaheim thing where all the critics found something about like how they don't pay their workers.
at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean they pay them but not well. So.
Okay, so yeah.
And within like 20 minutes, I think even, they had a statement out, which is crazy for a company. Like,
Yeah.
they're so, because I mean, they have investments everywhere. Like, have we talked about this on a podcast before? Because this is like one of my favorite theories, that Disney is going to own the world one day.
It's not even the thing is like, Katie said that too. Look how much Disney's net worth is versus like Apple. It's a percent. They are not even close to like Apple or Google or Amazon for like Christ's sake.
No. Okay, maybe not own the world, but own everything we consider entertainment. I think that's perfectly valid. Tech, yeah. Tech.
But there's companies that'll never sell out.
No, I don't think Disney's ever going to acquire Google or anything.
No, I'm saying even entertainment companies like A24.
Yeah.
Like their whole thing is indie.
Oh,
They'll never
no,
sell to,
I'm not
But
saying-
Disney's like they have Star Wars and they have Marvel
Yeah,
now, and
and
they're
it's
just
just
they also
buying
have
out.
Fox now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what
They're-
are they left? They have Sony, and then they have everything. And then there's no other big franchises they can buy.
I mean,
so they're already almost there, I guess.
But my
So I
point
guess that's
is
a big point.
with the amount of like vacation stuff that they have, entertainment wise, even just like I think there are things that are, like aren't plastered Disney, but they own them. Consider like
Yeah.
shows and things, and
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it that much.
Like
but-
most people don't think Marvel is Disney, but
yeah,
they are.
yeah, exactly. But
All right, you want to wrap this up?
do you want to go to the question?
Yeah.
Or
All right,
Addie, any more classics?
classics from maybe not the Princess Bride era.
I said Mean Girls.
Oh, you did say
We
Mean
already
Girls. You did
discussed
say
that
Mean
whole
Girls. I apologize.
You didn't get to finish your thought on Princess Bride. Why you like it so much?
I cut you off.
That. When was that a question? I mean, I can answer, but I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
this question.
Go ahead. And Mean Girls.
I mean, we already talked about Mean Girls though, but I think with the Princess Bride, it already was a classic. So like my parents, it was a classic for them, and so they like had us watch it, and it's kind of like one of those first movies you watch that you're like, wow, like the cinematic universe sort of thing, you know, like the bigger picture, and like instead of just like little kid movies, you know,
Right.
one of the first like adult movies that
Yeah.
you watch that's like more exciting
So
than
pornos.
just
Adult movies.
Anyways,
questions.
No. Do you have any others?
Other movies?
Yeah.
I don't know. Not off the top of my head.
okay. Well, all right. So we'll start off the top of our questions here. I put it on my Instagram story. Follow at _MattCav_. And maybe you, lucky listener, will be able to be on the podcast next episode. So here we go. This one's from Lewis_Granius. Don't know him.
Never heard of
Don't
him.
know him.
I think he might actually have a competing podcast, but
Wait, did he ever do that?
yeah,
He
they
did?
did one episode. I think.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
He did an episode of a basketball podcast with.
Yeah.
We'll link it in the description.
Yeah,
below.
we'll put it in.
You gotta hook up
But
our
no,
bros.
yeah, Louis, he's been on the podcast, longtime fan.
Mhm.
Name dropped episode 1, featured episode 3. Big fan. Are you guys what are you guys more excited for? Aquaman or DC's Captain Marvel? DC's Captain Marvel. Infinitely. Did you see the pictures? It's DC's Captain Marvel. Louis' a little bit of a pretentious kind of guy, but it's Shazam. I'm not sure.
Shazam.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Right?
Shazam!
He's a Billy Batson. He turns. You're only gonna get Ms. Marvel.
Oh.
You gotta look up Shazam.
Yeah. A
Um,
13-year-old kid who
Yeah, he
turns
says.
into an adult superhero.
Yeah, that's him. Yep, look at him go.
Wow.
So there's
He's
like.
gonna be in the movie.
Yeah. So there's him. And it's,
Wait, an Aquaman?
No, he's getting his own movie.
Oh, really?
So what are you more excited for, Aquaman or Shazam or DC's?
Black Klansman probably.
That does look good. I'm excited.
No, that's my superhero jab. I don't get excited
Okay.
for superhero movies.
Yeah, I know you don't.
Yeah.
But pick one. You go. Here we go.
I have to
Gun
pick
to your
one.
head. You have to see. You have to spend $8 at the cinema and you gotta see a movie.
Probably Hotel Transylvania 3.
I haven't seen that. And I'm excited.
That's a superhero movie.
No.
No, it's what the
No.
Dooku should have been.
The dark.
The
The Dark Universe
Cinematic
should have been.
Dark Universe Cinematic Universe. Do you know of the Dooku?
It's like them. It's
Biggest failed project of all time.
Frankenstein or it wasn't Frankenstein.
No, it wasn't.
It was The Mummy. But what is it? Who else was? There's 2 movies in it. It's canceled now.
Dr. Heckle, and this was gonna be who it was all.
Yeah, but what movie did they? What was the first one?
Oh, I know Dark Universe.
Oh, because it was so big. Did you see Mummy?
The new one?
Yeah, with Tom Cruise.
Did I see it? No, because I heard it was not good.
What's the movie that's like I Frankenstein that came out? Oh, it's driving me
I
insane.
think The Mummy was the first Dooku.
No, it wasn't. What movie does he show up in?
Bride of Frankenstein.
No, that's the one with Angelina Jolie that was gonna come
No,
out.
I know what you're talking about, Matt. There's definitely another Dooku movie.
It's killing me. It ends with the line, "The game is on," because another podcast I listen to always ends up with, "The game is on." Here we go. Wait, do I just get rid of Frankenstein? Alright, here we go. Let's try this. Where is it? No. All right. Well, if you know what movie ends with "the game is on,"
Comment down below.
yeah, good comment. It's driving me up a wall.
Sorry, I don't have it.
Well, we can.
Returning to Louis' question though, I'd just say Captain Marvel, just because I know Marvel movies are reliable. You can't deny
It's
that.
not a Marvel movie. It's DC.
It's the character.
DC.
The
character's
hero
name
is Captain Marvel.
But
His name.
after
is
a while,
also
he was also named Shazam because it was confusing people.
These are both DC movies.
DC. They're both DC movies.
Wait, then who's?
There's 2 Captain Marvels.
Oh.
There's actually 3 Captain Marvels.
Yeah, there are 3.
He said
Captain
DC's. Oh, I was gonna say I'd always go with the Marvel one because those are reliable.
They're better than the DC ones.
And I know I can see it and at least have an okay time.
Is that the actual poster?
No, I don't think so.
Daily Express, Captain Kevin Feige, really?
I thought this one was confirmed fake, but no.
Okay, yes, it's fake.
Then I'd say Aquaman. I don't know.
Okay.
Me and Kat,
Yeah.
have you seen Justice League yet?
It's balls. but
I didn't.
yeah. Don't see it.
I heard lots of mixed reviews. I didn't see, but I think with Captain Marvel, they can make that entertaining just because it's a 13-year-old as an adult
Yeah.
superhero. Like they can put
Yeah.
a good like humor and plot in that.
Yeah.
Just because it's different than like Aquaman is a classic superhero that you know and love.
Yeah,
You
like,
know?
wait, here we go. Look up Zach Levi in the suit and then tell me how you feel. Okay, so imagine the Aquaman poster that everybody loves. Zachary Levi. Okay, and then imagine, and then Shazam. Alright, and here we go. Let's see what we got here. Because they did an Entertainment Weekly before him, like they did it for public movies. There he is. Looks pretty. There's like a full body thing. There it is. So he's on his phone. He's kind of a millennial.
Wow.
So
relatable.
So like yeah, I don't know. It looks different than like
Yeah.
it looks like Superman. It looks like Man of Steel if Man of Steel wasn't. Oh, I'm so dreary, Superman. So that's why I'm like, okay, this could be good.
I'll say Aquaman though because I really enjoyed his.
Yes!
You know that from the trailer?
Yeah.
And he goes, or he like.
He catches on to Cyborg.
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, and he's like,
It sounds like Metallica. Yeah. But Aquaman because and then he does a funny fish swim too in the.
It is very good. All right. Next question: what is the best moment you have had with Brady at Carlo Brown 15? Has Brady ever been on the podcast? One time in the first episode, I gave him the finger. But that's the only thing he's ever.
That's in the vault. We can't tell him
That
about
is in the
that.
vault, yeah.
It's in the Movie Bros vault.
I guess that's
yeah,
my
well, now
best
it's
one.
out.
Best
so.
moment with Brady, for me, beating him in Rocket League 40
Like,
minutes
well,
ago.
yeah.
Okay.
Most memorable.
Eddie, you probably don't have too many great memories with.
Only memories is him and Andrew playing Rocket League.
Well, no, actually. Take that back. Indy 500, when we went with Brady and
Yeah.
we cheered on the one Asian guy.
Takuma Sato.
He's Asian.
He is Asian.
I'm pretty sure
He
all
is.
of Matt's siblings are confused at who I am and why I'm here. I don't think
Yeah.
I've met any of them.
No, they're fine.
Who cares?
All right, but here we go. How did you guys first meet? School. That's a dumb question. You know who you are.
It was cross.
Yeah, okay. Fine.
But we didn't talk all the summer.
Then we did talk all the season.
It took Louis to introduce me to you guys because he added me to Croon Cove randomly one night. But that's a tale for
Yeah,
another
it's
time.
okay. So Louis, man, what a hand he's had.
He's played a part in everything.
Yeah, he's always there. Do you ever think there will be a weapon to surpass Metal Gear?
It's a meme.
That's
joke.
Jack Van Dyson. I don't get it.
It's a meme. Just move on. Thank you, Jack.
Overwhelmingly positive reaction. Thoughts on A Quiet Place? We all loved it,
Loved it.
right? I think.
Probably wouldn't watch it a million times.
No, it would suck.
I watched it twice, and it was like the second time,
Yeah.
since I already know what's happening, it's not as exciting.
Yeah.
That's like,
Like,
Incredibles
first
2.
time's best time.
Very much Incredibles 2. I saw it 3 times and I really don't like that movie anymore. But it's fine.
Incredibles
First
2,
time's the best time.
you run into the ground.
Yeah.
But Quiet Place, it's not really one. It's an
No.
experience.
It's
movie.
it's very, because it's so
Especially
different.
like in the
Yeah.
theater.
But once you can comprehend how different it is, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, which type of cheese prepares you the most for a movie? He spelled the wrong, though. That's Matt
Matt
Smaga.
Smaga.
Cheese.
What a guy. Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
Always a good snack
Do you
before a movie.
do you
or during a movie.
do you haul them into the movie theater and like sneak them in?
Oh, of course you sneak them in.
Okay, I'm reporting you to the cinema officials. They're cracking down on that. They claim
They are
that.
now, yeah. Well, I have friends who work there.
Do they check your bags?
Yeah, there's
No.
security. There's a cop. He's got a gun.
No.
He's
To walk through a
Give me a
metal
break.
detector?
There's no way they could.
a metal because that'll come through. Food on a metal
I
detector.
mean, I've had friends who work there who like can get you in for free.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go to pay and they're like, oh no.
All right. Well, we all know a guy.
I'm
We
not
all
naming
got
him.
people in high
Yeah, it's
places,
like-
Addie. That's nice though. I'm thinking about getting Movie Pass actually more and more. But with
No,
school-
Movie Pass sounds. Except for they changed it.
Oh really?
They changed it a little bit. I think it's like
I don't know.
you can only get them 1 or 2 a month instead of like
Camera's down.
anytime. No, it just stopped.
Okay.
If it was dead, it would turn off.
Ooh, my SD card's full. I'll delete stuff.
But with Movie Pass, like you pay 100 and you get it for the year. And I think it used to be like
We pass
One a
100
day.
for a year, and you can get as many tickets as you want.
only one a day, but like any movie any day, but one.
So
day.
365 days.
Yes,
Oh.
which is way better than paying $10 for a movie every time you go see one.
So let me think. If I see more than so
Yes.
if I see more than 10 movies a year, it's fine.
Yeah.
And it works at Cinemark.
It works
I
at.
thought it's a monthly payment.
You
Alright.
can do a monthly or you can just do a year.
How much did you say it was for you?
I think it's 100.
Oh,
something
it's
like that.
10, yeah.
90 something.
It's $10 a month.
Yeah. Which is like if you go see more than one movie a month,
Sucked.
then
How's this what?
Hooked down.
There's a little thing under the screw that you can unscrew. There's that little, yep. There you go. Twist it one way or another and it'll unscrew.
I think it works at more than just Cinemark. I think it
Well,
works. at,
AMC has their own competing one.
Yeah,
That's
they're
true.
competing in
so it really depends,
quotations.
I guess, where you live. But like you can
AMC
take
is
it
probably the
anywhere. Like it can go to like anywhere in the country, which is nice. It's not like a one theater thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Wouldn't you say Cinemark's bigger than... Or AMC's bigger than Cinemark?
Oh, no, it is,
Because
yeah.
Cinemark's not a big chain. But
No,
like,
Cinemark's not a big chain.
but like AMC cannot be bigger than Movie Pass.
Because Movie Pass, I think,
It's so
is multiple, not just AMC is
Yeah,
just like
it's
AMC,
like a
but Movie
cross
Pass is like
program.
multiple theaters.
Yeah.
Especially because like AMC's big, but it's also you have to have one near you for it to be worth it.
Yeah.
And if you travel, like you're traveling and you want to go see a movie and you have Movie Pass, you can.
All right. Well, do you guys want to answer the last couple of questions, or do you think?
Yeah, we can real quick.
Okay.
I'll be quick.
All right. There's 2 left, and before we go, I'm gonna look up because I gotta prove this guy wrong.
Who?
My roommate.
What do you say?
He said, The Simpsons movie is extremely underrated. It is one of the best adaptations of a TV show. Prove me wrong. Movie adaptations of a TV show. This has been a very behind-the-scenes episode of Movie Bros. With all this captured stuff. List of films based on television programs. 21 Jump Street.
Adam's
That was a
Family.
TV show?
Yeah. Mission Impossible.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen the Simpsons movie, so it's gonna be hard.
Get Smart.
Yes.
Get
I
Smart.
actually just watched that the other day because it was on Netflix.
Yeah, Get Smart TV show, though, is so good. I watched that as a kid.
The movie's actually really good. Unpopular opinion. The
Ooh,
movie's
you gotta-
funny.
you
I
gotta-
watched it when I was 9. Haven't seen it
You
since.
gotta watch it again.
Yeah, I just watched it. It was.
It's perfectly average. I think you could agree.
Yeah, it was weird because I didn't know how I felt about his character. The way, like, he was very formal, but like, it was awkward. It was kind of weird at times. You know what I'm
The way
saying?
he talks to people.
Yeah, I was like,
That's not how...
it's not how someone who's like,
Because have you seen the original show?
no.
He does the same thing, but it's not what Steve Carell does, if you get what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Where he's like, he's sure of himself,
And
he's being a spy.
he's an idiot.
but he's an idiot. But the way Steve Carell does it is not.
That sounds funny.
It just makes it a little.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just watching it and I didn't know how I felt about the character just because of the way he
Whoa.
interacted with a lot of other people.
Yeah.
Crayon Shin-chan
The
has a
heck
lot
is
of
that?
movie, and so does Doraemon.
They're probably like,
I think they're like animes.
yeah.
That's
Japanese
Death
they're
Note.
They're not from a Western culture.
Did someone say Death Note?
Drake and Josh.
Oh, that Wizards of Waverly Place movie?
Oh.
It's not,
Hey,
not
now.
a great.
Fairly Odd
Matt,
Parents?
have you ever seen it?
Yes, I have. I remember they have to compete for like little glowing stuff.
No.
Stuff.
We're talking about the one where she wishes her parents never met.
Yes, it's the same one. Idiot.
We're talking about the one where
They're on vacation in
in
Hawaii.
an island, and they're trying to...
No, they compete for the orb.
They have to compete for the family magic.
Yes,
to get
because,
them
and then
back.
Selena Gomez gets the family magic because she's the most powerful of them.
Only one of them can be a wizard or whatever.
Did that
And then
carry
her
over
little
into-
brother disappeared.
Yeah.
Did
Yes,
that
it
carry
did.
over into the show? Or
Yeah, it did.
The others don't have
It's
magic
canon.
anymore.
They had magic, but it just wasn't as much magic as Selena Gomez.
canon.
George of the Jungle.
George of the Jungle had 2 movies, and both of them were good.
G.I. Joe.
What? Have you ever seen? I encourage you to watch the Incredibles animation where Mr. Incredible and Frozone commentate over it, and it's like a satire. But here, I'll show you after
Okay.
we're done watching.
All right.
Inspector Gadget. Always a good one.
Matthew Broderick.
Get out of here. Looney Tunes. Space
Wait.
Jam.
Lizzie McGuire. This is what dreams are made of.
Space Jam is better than the Simpsons movie.
Oh, that's true. Space Jams is Space Jams. Jam.
Space Jam is a classic, not a good movie.
All right. Mission Impossible. Ghost Protocol. That's a good movie.
I don't remember that episode. I get it. It's a TV show.
You're really funny.
Anyways.
Whoop diddy scoop.
The Muppet Show. You think the Muppet movie is better than...
Which Muppet movie? We have such
Yeah, there's a lot.
a selection.
Okay, here we go. We've
There's
got the
Christmas
Muppet movie,
Carol.
The Great Muppet Caper, The Muppets Take Manhattan, The Muppet Christmas Carol, The Muppet Treasure Island,
Planet, or
Treasure Island. Ooh.
Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet.
Good movie.
Not
Mystery,
based
Oh,
on a
I
TV
forgot.
show.
Mystery
Treasure
Science
Planet
Theater.
actually kind of scared me.
That's a movie.
Oh, they did make a movie. I've never seen it.
That sounds weird. Why would they need a movie about that? Right?
I don't know.
The
Every
Naked Brothers
episode
Band.
is a kind of
The
a movie.
Naked Brothers Band. Yes. Oh wait.
Oh, you start recording again?
Yeah.
Alright. So, I'm going to say Ghost Protocol is better than the
Uh.
Simpsons movie. And there's nothing you can do about it. Because I haven't seen the Simpsons movie.
Yeah.
If we're talking
And,
cartoons,
you know-
Face and Verb.
Everything...
Phineas and Ferb. Also, the one with superheroes or the one where they're just.
I never saw the movie.
Oh, what's the movie?
Where they go back in time or whatever, or like they go in the future. No. It's like a different.
Oh, is Blues Brothers... I don't know, that doesn't count.
It was a sketch.
SNL.
I understand it's a
But it's
sketch.
not-
I feel like the
it's not
sketch.
a show.
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't count.
It's not canon.
It just took the sketch idea and made a movie. I feel
Yeah.
like that's
Power
what I'm saying.
Rangers.
Very good
The
movie.
Power Rangers movie is better than the Simpsons movie.
Saban's Power Rangers.
Saban's.
The newest one.
Saban. Ugh.
That's how.
Are you talking about
pronounce
the newest one?
Football coach's name, Nick Saban.
My brother and sister were watching that when I left the house, and I cringed with the small scene I saw.
Yeah, but I heard it's not
I
bad.
heard it's really bad, but Phineas and Ferb. Whoa, Phineas
That's
and
what
Ferb,
I
the
said.
movie, crossed the second dimension.
Yeah.
Whoa, and then Phineas and Ferb. Oh, unknown. All right, Phineas and Ferb
Is it coming out?
is listed as a movie on this Wikipedia page, and every other one just has a date,
A
a year that it came out, except for the Phineas and Ferb movie, which has an unknown release date.
Lost.
What happened there?
Lost in the Great Fire of
Oh,
Chicago.
There's another one. Is
Yeah.
there any other unknown movies that?
Sex
Wait.
in the City, The Smurfs.
The Smurfs.
All right. Yeah.
I heard
Ghost
Twin
River.
Peaks is pretty good.
Hmm?
Wizard of Waverly Place. There it is.
Yep.
Anyways, here we go. Here's the last question by Bryce _. Oh, by the way, that question was by Jack _Verde. Look him up. Hit him a follow. All right. Are the newest Star Wars movies going to end up like the hated prequels? No. Anyways, that's it. For, no, I just like
Not the same kind of hate.
no, because
No.
nobody looks. I guess some people do.
You don't have a situation where, besides Rose, you don't have a situation where the universe is unified against one character. Like you think about Jar Jar Binks and how much
Yeah,
hate that brought.
yeah, and like the thing about the prequels is like they're not well crafted movies. Like
They're boring.
They're boring. They're just bad movies.
And the
Like at least the
acting's
new ones,
just-
like if you don't like it, you don't like it because like
It just
they ruined Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
there's some valid complaints about Episode 8 and some of the pacing, and like that's fine. But besides some rough pacing and like other than that, it's a beautiful movie with a lot of good acting, and like it's just not a bad movie as much as like
No.
it's
No,
not it's
yeah.
not Attack of the Clones.
Because
So I don't think it can be hated as much.
No.
Yeah.
Because there's still a lot of people who love the movies and think they're fine.
Which movies?
The newer ones.
The new ones. Okay.
No, the prequels, like, the acting is also so bad that, like,
Yeah.
it's just hard to watch the entire film of, like,
Yeah.
terrible chemistry between the characters
There's very few redeeming factors to the
of the
Yes.
prequels. Yeah.
And you could argue that The Last Jedi has some. Like, who didn't watch that fight between Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker
Yeah.
and was like, that's cool.
And
Like,
then
that
the,
was just
and
cool
then the twist,
overall.
and then you were.
Oh, people
Or
did
that,
not like the
wasn't,
twist.
or that wasn't cool.
But here we go. Like better example. Sorry, your example was okay. But here's actually a good one.
I'll do you one better.
Like the Predatorian guard fight. Everybody like saw that and they're like, oh yes. And then everybody saw like, oh Yoda's
For the
back.
non-nerds, the red people.
Yeah,
yeah, the guard.
It's
That was a pretty cool.
fight. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good.
It's well choreographed.
Looks cool.
It looks cool.
Different weapons. That was always
Yeah,
fun.
it's
in
little
co-
daggers.
It's
They
in
had the different
color.
weapons.
It's color.
I just
10
wish
out of
they like.
10.
Problem is, there were some characters that they killed off so fast that, or like things from.
I'm still
That
mad
you
at
like-
Snoke. Like, I don't...
Why? That's the whole point. Oh.
No,
So
but
good.
like
This
the
could
red
be
guard,
what was
like the
that?
red guard, you didn't get to like. You only had that fight scene, but you didn't like learn anything about
All right.
it.
Well, our camera has just died again. I think we gotta round it up before we do it again. But I think Snoke's fine. Like I think what do you want from him? Just to be Plagueis and then like he's been have a huge impact. He's just the Emperor again. If he has anything else, he's just the Emperor again. And then it's just the same trilogy as it was before. You kill him, you get something new. Now it's like Kylo Ren's he's unchained. He's whatever he wants to be, and it's gonna be crazy. I think it's gonna be interesting to see what he does in Episode 9.
That's fair, but it's still... They just don't have him at all. Which is hard when you're switching directors and stuff, and I know there were different minds on this, but...
But I think that makes an interesting twist. Because you think he's gonna be something, then he's not.
Yeah. Which is also very disappointing. You can make the argument that...
Okay.
Like, I see what you're saying, actually.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good point that it leaves it open for Kylo Ren to do what he wants in this one. Which is different from the original trilogy. Which I appreciate. It's also just like... Man, like... It's just like the question is out there. Like, you know? Like Star
But
Wars...
I guess if they answered it, then half the people would be mad about the
It's
answer.
like the
and half
Joker
of
origin.
people-
It's like...
You know what I'm saying? Like, no one's going to be happy with, like, one thing. So they left it open for people to, like, argue
Snoke
about.
can
But,
be whoever
like, you
want it to
can't
but he's
be,
dead now.
like, you'll be mad that he's dead and you don't know why. But if they had answered the question, there'd be so many people that would argue with it and be mad with it.
It's true, but I think Star Wars fans like to know what's going on. They
They
don't
also
like
like to analyze everything.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of... Star Wars, there's not a lot of, like, left open for interpretation. It's pretty cut and dry throughout all the movies. It's like, you know what's going on.
He hates that sand. He does not like that sand.
I think part of it is, like, the universe has grown so significantly since, like, previous movies that, like, it's hard to, like, make sure everything fits perfectly in the universe because they have, like, books and TV shows and game... Like, they have expanded it. Mm-hmm. So, like, you can't... It's hard for people to be... Well, that doesn't fall into the line of, like, this comic from... You know, because when the first movies came out, it was all new. And then the prequels were still fairly... Like, there wasn't as much content to, like... but they still...
Not as much content that you know about. There's a bunch.
Yeah, but the movies just sucked into it.
Okay.
So don't count that.
Like the two-headed guys that announced the pod race that are voiced by...
Bill Hader?
No. What is it? Two-headed guys at Pod Race, episode 1. God, they're so good. Foden Seed Bead Anadu.
It's Skywalker. That's his famous line.
Who are they voiced by?
Appearances? Oh, they're in the Lego Star Wars game.
Non-canon experience. William Shakespeare's The Phantom of Menace. Come on. I guess I'll just look them up. Sorry, you guys keep talking though. That was an
I don't know.
I think,
there's so
like...
much more that, like, it's hard for people.
Yeah.
I mean, because people are gonna nitpick anything now.
Greg Proops, the guy who's like rarely in. I saw him live actually at the Whose Line Is It Anyway show.
Greg
such a good.
Yeah.
Unfortunate name.
He's in
Seems like a funny guy.
He's in.
Has to go into comedy.
You've
some-
Googled him in the past?
He's in some really
The smartest man in the world?
He's in some really bad movies. That's for sure.
Let's see.
Episode
1. Well, he's in The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's not bad.
No.
Brother Bear. That's not bad.
But like there were some '90s ones that.
Panadonium. That's a video game. Jamie Foxx had a show in the 90s?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
That's at the beginning of In New York on Miller Rock. What's that song called? Magnolia?
Yeah, Magnolia.
He says, "Yo, Pierre, can you get out
I've never
here?"
listened to Magnolia.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a clip from Jamie Foxx show. Random knowledge. But what was my point? You think about like Marvel movies. You leave that theater knowing what's going on. No,
Until Infinity War.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why, like, to simplify this, that's why my sister got mad because she wants an answer,
Oh yeah.
and like I feel like people when they saw Empire Strikes Back probably got mad too because they were like,
Oh yeah, people didn't like Empire Strikes when it came out.
yeah, because
We'll see how this holds up.
yeah,
Bryce
But then when you
Hendricks,
watch it, you
22.
call them.
take that. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, I was just saying in the future when people have all of the movies out, they won't care as much because they can just watch them.
You move on. It's a trilogy.
Yeah.
It's the trilogy.
I mean, it's what keeps people coming back to watch the next movie.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the point.
Yeah.
You have to have some cliffhangers.
Mm-hmm. Any more?
There's one, but we can just end it up with that.
Is it a good one?
No, it's just kind of. There you go, I'll read it aloud. Alright, sorry to everybody. Now they're going to be like, what do you mean my question was very good? It's fine. How do you feel now that you've graduated? Fine.
Fine. I mean,
Yeah, right?
nothing's
It's
changed. It's
it's
just
like, oh, now
summer.
I've got a piece of paper.
I drove by the high school this morning and I was like,
I feel like you're not gonna feel any different until you actually
It
go to
happened.
college.
Yeah,
Like-
because it just feels like summertime right now. So
Yeah, it's just summer.
we'll come back to this in the next episode in the year.
yeah.
Possibly in LA.
Maybe.
Maybe.
What if we, yeah, guys, all three of
At
us.
Venice Beach with the live studio
Hey,
audience.
it's-
Wait,
oh.
we go on the street like we have a question for you about movies.
It's like Billy on the Street. Oh,
Man,
That'd be
wouldn't
good.
that be good? Well, anyways.
that's for next time. Thank you, Addie, for
Yeah,
joining
thank
us
you for
today.
coming. It's been a pleasure having you here.
We'll see you at the West Coast, baby.
See you
I
then.
hated myself for saying that. I couldn't even finish that.
I can't even look you in the eye anymore.
Too bad the camera can't catch
Yeah.
me anymore.
We got any? How do we sign off?
This is, you could do the Kurt Russell voice. The
Like, I can't do
no,
it.
no, sorry, it's too much pressure.
Okay, wait. I can do my my Logan impression. It's okay for all of you guys who've seen the movie Logan. It's got sad
Patrick
Sir Patrick Stewart, and he's like Logan, Logan, and he sounds really bad. What's a good Kurt Russell line?
Still, he's like breaker one or like.
Tell him the check is in the mail. My name's Kurt Russell, and I'm here to have a. It's also my John Wayne impression.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like, we're gonna send them Indians back to the border.
So essentially the great American heroes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
they're the same person.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Another great episode.
yeah, this one, it's one for the books. It's definitely the longest one. It's been going for almost an hour and 40 minutes. Hour 30 minutes.
Hey, if you stayed the whole time, thanks
Long
for being
portions
here.
of blank screen and us talking.
Yeah, technical errors, that's on us.
That's on us. We'll
We'll fix it. We'll make it
We'll fix it in
watchable.
post.
Maybe you could just do a slideshow of pictures of us on those parts.
Freeze
That's
frames.
so good.
Freeze
I like
frame at the
that.
end of each
Yeah.
head. Okay.
Instead of just blank, you got something to look at.
Alright, but
Yeah. Thanks for joining us,
yeah,
guys.
thanks for we should have little things we say. You and I, like
Taglines.
every week we can say something that'd be like, bye.
That was your best idea.
Catch you later. Crocodiles.
Say. Go towards the light. See you all on Thursday. Not Thursday. Go towards the light.
There you
See
go.
you next time. Bye.
Bye.
So we're about to finish up recording. So do you have anything you want to say in the podcast?
What are you talking about? Why you know I was free today? Why did you not invite me onto this podcast? Or it's a piece of trash. Will's mad too.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Like
What movie did you talk about? Answer my question.
we talked about
Everything.
We talked about just like movies that we consider classics, and then movies that we think will be classics in the.
What? I can't hear it, Shelly. Shelly, I can't hear. What movie did you talk about?
We talked about movies that are classics, and then movies that we think will be classics.
Yes, you.
Okay, here we go. What's
Right, do you want to do another episode before we leave? I mean, we can.
we can do one next week.
No, I won't be free next week.
You're a good friend. You're not a good friend.
Alright, see you later.
All right, Bear. I'll see you in like 20 minutes. Bye.
Okay, actually coming.
I don't know.